Hello, and welcome to my series where I go from 0 to 100 with 2 accounts. Most people don't realize how powerful doloing is, and my mission is to bring this knowledge to people. There are 2 rules that I laid out for this series. 1. I cannot get loot from PK, and 2. I cannot trade or split with other people. In this episode, I will go into the depths of Zammy, and now, let's get into it. Alright, this is the time where I make bank or I die trying. I'm kinda nervous doing this because of my gear. Doloing at Zammy is usually not the easiest thing at this stage, since I won't be able to buy tanky gear like Dragonfire Shield or Guardian Boots. A Serp Helm is needed, and that is exactly what I have on my tank account. The defenders are not that bad, but I will still get hit very hard. To counter this, I made sure that I dropped my food before I died and came back with an ecumenical key. I do have 1 hour until the food disappears, so I gotta make this count. For those of you that watched my first episode and saw that I killed Abyssal Demons, that was because I needed to get the charges for my arc light. I did get lucky on some drops for the shards, so I will be okay with my best in slot weapon. And in I go. Now this kill is an example of how you should not enter the room. My prayer was not on and I got hit pretty hard. However, it wasn't much of an issue since I quickly ran over to chomp on some sharks that are left on the ground. If I didn't have any sharks, this trip would have been over in 6 kills. And the first kill was yeah, that. Not the greatest drop since it's only 10k, but it's whatever. My next drop was definitely better than my first, but it's a Godsword shard. For those of you that don't know the drop rate, it's around 1 out of 750, and it would be 1 out of 250 for any shards, if you want to look at it that way, which is definitely rarer than a spear, which already sucks. But it doesn't stop there. A few kills later, I got a rune sword. Not gonna lie, I thought about leaving the Zammy boss because usually if you get a rare item, you're most likely out of luck. But I had to commit because I would be losing so much time if I don't get anything here. Yes! Well, it only took about 4 kills, but I did manage to get it. It doesn't matter if I die here now since all the money is on that spear. Man, I don't know about you people, but every single time I get something valuable, I like to drop it on the ground again to see its beauty, but I don't know, it's tradition. Nice. And you won't believe it, another Godsword shard, back to back from the Zammy spear. I gotta say, this trip is something. You don't get to see these type of trips where you see 4 unique items in less than 20 kills. And that's a wrap for the Zammy trip. I was successful in getting an item, and to be honest, even if I get a Staff of the Dead or a hilt, it still would be worth. Would I do this again if I had the chance? Yes, and only if I do the suicide method. I definitely wouldn't last more than 6 kills if I didn't have food. And we started with about 10 mil in the bank for 2 accounts, and ending it with just 21 mil on this account. Insane. After a successful trip, I decided to reward myself with a clue scroll hunt. Doing clues for money is not really recommended, but with high risks comes great rewards. I got that from a fortune cookie. And let's begin. My first step was to bring Black D'hide to Intrana, which seemed easy to me. However, as you people can see already, I brought the D'hide in my inventory, so you guys know what's going to happen. I only realized this until I got to the monks, which told me to screw off, and I was forced to run back to the GE to get black leather. Another mistake that I did was that I brought runes to Intrana thinking that it would speed my kills. However, this ended up being a waste of money since I started missing a lot, and I realized that kicking the agent right in the nuts would have been better. Rip 20k there. And here's an easy second step, which I only needed to talk to this guy. The third step, on the other hand, wasn't that hard, but it was risky. I trusted my instincts, knowing that there wouldn't be any people playing during 1 AM PST time. So I said, you know what, screw it. Not gonna lie, I thought I was going to see some fishers here, since it's an AFK way to train for fishing while making GP, but then again, it's the wilderness. And the next step is... uh-oh, please don't give me another box. Hey, a puzzle, that's good. With the Rune Client, the puzzle is easy, but the other box where you have to light up everything, that's a headache. And we get another step. And normally this step should have been very easy. However, everything since I am doing a series, so that means we're going to have to take a long walk. Yikes. The device led me to the Swamp Lettuce land. However, like I said before, I threw away most of my items. So again, I had to go back to Lumberidge to go get my ghost amulet. Okay, now I should be expecting to get some loot. And it is another clue. Son of a... Okay, this has to be the last step, since this is what, number 7? Let's see what I get. It's okay, I have a plan. That box is broken. Let's get another. Easy. That only took about 2 minutes, but we got it. And it's a chest. Finally, all my hard work is going to be rewarded, and disregard everything I said earlier.